for both of those in the forecast today. I do think it's more likely that we see those straight line winds than isolated tornadoes because the system is a little different than what's set up on Monday, but similar. So let's just get right into it. Here's what we've got out there right now. Maybe a few raindrops falling in and around Columbus, but the bulk of that rain still holding off down to our southwest. It's not going to be there for too much longer. So if you get out the door now, don't forget to grab the umbrella. Don't forget to grab the rain jacket, maybe the rain boots too, because you're going to need it all by the time the day is done. Now, this is the part of the system just bringing us rain. This down here is going to be our cold front, and this is the stronger portion of the system, actually our cold front. This is what will bring us potential for severe storms, potential for those strong damaging winds, and then also another round of heavy showers. So out the door right now, temperatures, it's a little chilly, but it's not too bad. We've got 38 degrees in Columbus, 40 in Jackson, and 40 in MacArthur. Over the next few hours, we start to warm things up, and today's highs will be in the mid-50s, which is another thing that's a little different from what we saw on Monday. Temperatures are going to be a little bit cooler. But flood watch, we talked about this yesterday morning. This is going to be one of our main three things we're talking about today. This has been expanded now to include most of the state, and it's because heavy showers are going to be sticking around for most of the day. You saw that big swath of rain moving in this morning. It's going to add up quickly. Most spots are looking at least a half an inch of rainfall. More than half are going to see at least an inch of rainfall, and then isolated spots, especially off here to the northwest in areas like Kenton, Urbana, Marysville, Delaware, Marion. I would even say Columbus, London, and Washington Courthouse have potential to see 2 inches of rainfall, which is more than enough to cause ponding on roadways. It's going to make it easy to hydroplane, and then once we factor in those wind speeds that we see later today, it's going to make driving even messier. Now, your severe weather outlook. This is the second thing that we're updating today. This has changed since yesterday morning. We now have a marginal risk for most of the area and a slight risk. This was down to our southwest and now has been expanded to the northeast to include even portions of Franklin County. So this slight risk is for severe thunderstorms, possible straight line damaging winds, and isolated tornadoes. Now, my main concern is really going to be the winds. As the line comes through during the second half of the day, again, temperatures are warm, but we're not quite as warm as we need to be for that extra energy to get some stronger storms developing. So as the thunderstorms roll through, there is potential for a few of them to get strong enough to become severe, and that's where we could see a brief spin up, but not expecting anything crazy with today's afternoon storms. Just something to keep an eye on. So those get started by 3:30. Temperatures are in the 40s and low 50s at that point. We keep warming up as that line pushes through. We're going to be much drier as we head into the overnight hours. Winds, last thing. Of course, we got that wind advisory in effect. Gusts 40 to 50 miles per hour easily as that second line of showers and storms rolls through. Of course, much calmer, much drier by Saturday. Temperatures holding in the 50s by then. Overnight lows in the 30s through the next couple days. We've got sunshine to usher us into the work week with temperatures falling from the 60s Monday back down to the 50s Tuesday, then to the 40s by Wednesday. Of course, now